officially said that when you're doing a bookshelf tour, a cup of coffee is must. Hi guys, so yesterday I did my August book haul, a kind of wrap up as well as all in my Insta live as well as in my stories, and I asked whether you guys would like to see the bookshelf tour of my I don't know what to say about these shelves. They aren't obviously invisible ones, but some kind of shelf they are, and my main shelf. But I wouldn't be able to show the other shelf because it's really disoriented, and they are the books that haven't formed my thoughts yet. So we'll do that some other day. So as you can see, these are my two main shelves. I started my collection back in early 2019. Yes, it's been a year and a half, I guess. That was the time I was completing my undergraduate, and I thought it would be fun to pursue my interest in reading again, because there was a big gap in my reading journey, I could say, because of all the board exams and all these things. Excuse me a minute. There's always noisy in my street. I don't know how. So, being that, I just started reading again, and so many of my book recs are mostly from Hannah from Clockwork Reads, and Reagan from Perios Project, and Zoe from Zoe Reads. So these three booktubers contribute a lot to my shelf. I absolutely believe their recommendations, and they are top-notch recommendations which are really in par with my reading interest. And saying that bookstagram has been a big influence to, like, there are 10% of the books are from bookstagram recommendations. So said that, let's stop talking and let's go to the shelf too. So starting from this, these are my three makeshift floating shelves, invisible shelves, whatever they are. The first shelf is entirely dedicated to all my non-fiction reads. That is starting from the biography of Elon Musk, and then there's brief answers to big questions by Stephen Hawking, Atomic Habits, Mein Kampf, Alibaba, Life in Science, Google, and Factfulness. So this is kind of a non-fiction shelf. If you move to the next one, from the top, I hope you could see, excuse all the papers guys, because I love to stick papers to remember things, and yeah, they remain like that. So on top is Tuesdays with Maury, and then it's Prophet by Khalil Gibran, The Republic by Plato. Then we have the Hunger Games. I don't know why the Hunger Games trilogy split up, but there we have Catching Fire, Hunger Games, and Mockingjay somehow got split up. Then there's my duology of Children of Blood and Bone and Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tomi Adeyemi. I loved this one, didn't get well with this one, I'm disheartened. And these two are my favorite historical fiction of all time, the All Lights We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr and Christine Hanna's The Nightingale. This is The Carpet Weaver by Niman Sadat. It's an LGBTQ plus book, and I really loved it. If you have read The Kite Runner, I'll absolutely recommend this one. This book is my gem, and it absolutely has a place in top 5 of 2020. Moving to the next shelf, we have Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. That was my first read, like a book that was written in verses. I quite liked it. So if you have read like On the Come Up by Angie Thomas, you'll absolutely love that book. House at Riverton by Kate Moss. I thrifted this book, absolutely loved it. Would recommend to anyone who loves like a good story rich in memories as well as during the World War time. Not much, but this was such an interesting read. Then this book here, I should take that and show it to you, because this book here is the best book that I have read in my entire life, because it's based on Vincent Van Gogh. If you guys know me in Instagram, you'll know I'll recommend this book everywhere. So it's not a surprise. It's Lust for Life by Edwin Stone. And then there's On the Come Up and The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, Norwegian Wood and Kafka on the Shore by Haruki Murakami, Spinning Silver by Naomi Novak, Trial by Obsidian by Naomi Kelly. She has the Instagram handle at Naomi Kelly Writes. I absolutely love this book. Then we have the classic Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, and this book here, alas, I couldn't take it, and she has one of the best book covers. So that is This Song Will Save Your Life by Lila Sales. This book is a gem. Moving on to my main shelf, there on the top I have like this shelf is structured in a way like it just breaks and breaks. Sorry about the lighting, guys, it's always like this. It comes in a pattern like this, and it's so hard to arrange books at times, so bear with me. See, on the top we have The Little Prince and Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susan Clark. Then we have Carve the Mark series by Veronica Ruth, Harry Potter, then J.K. Rowling and the Stories of Beetle and the Bard, The Miniaturist, Bad Town, The Kite Runner by Khalid Hosseini, Ikigai, 3000 Stitches and Hair, Here, There and Everywhere by Sudhamurthy, The Palace of Illusions, and It by Stephen King. That book is a brick and I haven't read it. Yes. So that one is my hardcover shelf. I have to block the light. Okay. So on the top there is my hardcover shelf. It has The Fire and Blood by George R.R. Martin, Becoming by Michelle Obama, The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, J.K. Rowling's The Casual Vacancy, Marcus Zuzak's Bridge of Clay, Dan Brown's Origin, That Will Never Work by Mark Randolph, that's a memoir of Netflix, and Six of Crows by, it's a collector edition. This book always gives me a headache because it's so hard to take any pick of that one. Six of Crows collector edition by Leigh Bardugo, The Binding, and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The next shelf is my absolute favorite shelf. I love how this shelf is and the color is. Carry On and Vivasan by Rainbow Rowell, Great Goddesses by Nikita Gill, Woven in Moonlight by Isabel Ibanez, and Kingdom of Back by Mary Lou. Then the first two books in Raven Cycle series, Spin the Run and Unravel the Dusk of My Babies, my most prized possession of my entirety. Midnight Sun, Priory of the Orange Tree. This is my baby too. Crescent City. I got this. Like, I got Queen of Air and Darkness even without reading the first two books. Don't ask me why. It was an impulsive buy. Thank you. And then we have Black Leopard and Red Wolf. I haven't read it. I should. I started it but was totally lost. So yeah. Moving down, I have the Inheritance Cycle series, the best series of my life. Aragon, Brisinger, Eldest, and Inheritance. We have Amadeus, Night Circus, The Secret, and we have Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Haven't read this yet. This Savage Song, read this. I don't know if I'll be continuing with Our Dark Duet. Handmaid's Tale, Cinder. Not sure whether I'll be continuing with the series. City of Bones and City of Ashes. Don't know whether I'll be continuing with the series. I'm so sorry, guys. I just can't do it series. I don't know why. Then we have Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. I love that book. Love Monty. Then we have The Entirety of Dan Brown, Inferno, Da Vinci Code, Lost Symbol, Digital Fortress, Angels and Demons, and Dandelion Years by Erica James is a blissful read. If you love books that are set up in old romantic and with anything that has to do with books, because the protagonist in this, the female protagonist, she's a bookbinder, the one who restores old books. Please do check that, guys. That book is a gem. I'll show you. Excuse me, shadows. This is one of the best, beautiful books I've read in 2020. I would absolutely recommend this. Moving on to my next shelf. This is my makeshift Greek mythology, come whatever I can put into this shelf. Here we have Magnus Chase. Magnus Chase is the first series I had the entire collection out of all the Rick Riordan books, and it turned out to be a disappointment. Mark of Athena stands here alone because I don't have the rest of the series. Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. The Lines We Cross. If you love A Very Large Expanse of Sea. I'll absolutely recommend this one. I like this better. Sorry. Fallen, haven't read it yet. As soon as I heard it's a series, I kept it. Yeah, I'm like that. Then we have my beautiful collector's edition, which has collected dust. I don't know why. The Iliad and Odyssey by Omar. This has golden spread edges, and alas, I couldn't take it. Maybe next time. Then we have the Magician's Manual. Out of randomness, okay. Song of Achilles and Circe by Madeline Miller. Iliad. Trials of Apollo. How to read this? Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Then we have the Courage series, Asian trilogy. I'm so mad at this book because it doesn't match the height. If you know anything about me, I'm freaking particular about the height, and this one hasn't matched yet, so I'm angry. Yeah. And then we have a few collections from Rick Riordan, which is random. Here we have Fierce Fairy Tale by Nikita Gill, one of the beautiful covers. We have Greek Heroes, Sword of Summer, The Hammer of Thor, and The Last Olympian. Everything is like it's randomness, pure randomness. Moving on to the next shelf, this is my contemporary shelf, classic shelf, whatever it is. Like, I have divided it. First book is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe, and Witchwood by Tara Murphy. All the way, Turtles All the Way Down and Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Wonder by R.J. Palacio. Northern Lights, Subtle Knife, and Amber Spyglass by Philip Pullman. I love this series. And Murder at Macbeth by Samantha Goodwin. She's also there in Instagram. Absolutely pick this book, guys. This book is a gem. The plot twist is legit. You'll love this. Then Book of Dust. Then Sun is Also a Star. Milk and Honey. Sun and a Flash by Ruby Kaur. 5 Feet Apart. A Very Large Expanse of Sea. All the Boys I've Loved Before. Not sure whether I'll be continuing with this. The Brightest. The Silent Patient. Didn't like it much. All the Bright Places. Never ever. I just hated this book. Me Before You. Not my favorite as well. Everything. Don't start me on that road. This one was good. Then we move to my favorite classic, 1984. I wish I could get a collector edition of this one, maybe some other time. Pride and Prejudice. Collector's edition of Pride and Prejudice that I lugged out from a thrift store. I don't know how. I absolutely love this book. It's like beautiful vintage vibes. Sense and Sensibility. The Picture of Dorian Gray. I love this one. It looks beautiful. For better look. And yeah, please can say thank you. The Color Purple. Then A Room of One's Own. My baby. I love this so much. Each and every book in this shelf is my baby. You'll get tired of me saying that. Then there's Orlando by Virginia Woolf. We have Mrs. Dalloway. This has one of the beautiful covers. Like, this is like my heart, I'm telling you. And there are 2 random caps because this one is from Israel and this one is from Giamatti when I visited it. Yeah. And then we have my sci-fi plus random shelf here because this shelf is of no use for any other books, so I have to fit something in here. Journey to the Center of This Earth, The Alchemist, Romila Thappar's Early India, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and Why Am I Hindu by Shashi Tharoor. So here you go, guys. Sorry if this was all over the place, but yeah, this is my bookshelf. Do comment below if you like this. Bye bye. Have a great Wednesday.